declawed while he's young, and I was like, then Jessica talked to me about it, and I was like, no, we're not gonna do that,
No,
But
it's you're cutting off the tips of their fingers. That's why
yeah,
that's why she constantly tries to like use her claws, like scratch them and like knead and stuff. Because Otis, when
it
he's
just
happy,
like Mogwai, I have to cut his nails like once.
oh yeah,
Like,
we trim his nails all the time. We just trim his front nails. We leave his back claws
yeah,
short
see, if I
long.
would have got him declawed, I would have let him keep his back ones. But
Yeah, Lily has her back claws.
we ultimately decided we just weren't gonna do that to him.
Yeah, no, we just trim Otis and Snickers front claws, and then every now and then, we Lily is actually very good about trimming her claws. She bites her nails, just like me.
Oh, come here, buddy.
She scared the shit out of
Come
me.
here.
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
not gonna
big
hurt you,
dumbass.
buddy. You know that.
No, he's just a big dumbass, and Lily will smack him.
I value your
They
guys' life the most.
they fight constantly. He just wants to play and cuddle with her, and she does not want to fuck with him at all. She is a little princess. She still thinks she's an only child. She bullies Snickers because Snickers only has three
You want
legs
to
and
get in
can't
your
defend
spot?
herself.
You want to get in your spot?
Just put her there. She's fine. Hi, baby. Come here.
She usually just sit there with you when you guys game and all
No, that's actually where Snickers will sleep. That's like her. Just let her chill, man. She's fine.
that.
She's
She ain't bothering me.
no, she's enjoying herself. She loves attention.
Hmm. Um.
Didn't adjust
Yep.
anything.
See,
It's
there she
funny.
goes, trying to use her claws now,
Yeah,
right there.
she can't do anything. It's very sad. This weather's been gay. It's been 2 weeks. We're late as fuck on this podcast. I started recording like
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
Oh, that's okay. I
Two
mean,
minutes ago, actually.
yeah. I mean, we're 2 weeks out, but I mean, granted, I didn't.
Shit happens.
I didn't anticipate us to have that many issues with the
Scoot in a little
vehicles.
closer if you can, like just
Yeah.
to your right. Yeah, she's fine. Yeah, that's better. I just want to put you in the camera better while Otis gives us his ass.
But I know, yeah,
Dude, the weather's been gay.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but at least I'm happy it's not fucking freezing cold now.
Yeah, it's not below. It's not 7 below 0 when I walk out to start my car, and I have to
It's
hold the ignition for 3 seconds and
bro.
hope
Look, oh hey, I meant to send you this
and
when
fucking pray that my shit works.
I 100% meant to send this to you when I found it, and I totally forgot. So the thermostat housing that we took out for the truck, this is what happened. You good there?
No, I'm trying to show.
Oh.
He's rolling around. Look at her. She's going nuts. I'm gonna buy a new one soon.
Yeah, I mean the quality is not as good as I'm sure you would like it to be.
I really don't give a shit, but that's just a cheap ass webcam.
Well,
Like it's only 480p. I can get a better camera.
the thermostat housing that we worked on in 4 degree weather.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I lost all the circulation in my hands.
Yeah. So, and that was just taking it out. I meant the fact that
That
it
was
took me
fucking brutal.
4 hours to take that fucker out, and in that weather.
Yeah,
Well,
Papa had to show up and actually pop it out.
yeah, and then I find out where it actually broke at.
Where? Oh, that's gay as shit.
Yeah, right down the molding seam.
Yeah, that's just
And-
because the plastic shrank so much because it's so fucking cold.
Well, it's not just that. I mean,
and it's old as shit too. But like,
well, believe it or not, no, that's not that old. I just replaced that within the past year and a half. And
then it's just cheap Chinese bullshit.
it's engineering design is dumb as fuck. Is what it is. I mean, the fact that
obviously,
you want to put plastic parts on a truck motor that already kind of runs more hot than most vehicles, especially
Yeah.
with it
It's
running
a-
4-wheel drive.
it's a what? How many liters is it? Is it
4 liter.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking big.
Yeah, well, the 4 liter is on the edge of a V8, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, because the next size up for to put something in that is a 4.6.
yeah, exactly.
So, like,
It's a hot fucking engine.
well, they make a metal thermostat house.
How much is it?
Not as much as you think. It's only like $60.
Why the fuck hasn't he bought one
But
yet?
the thing is, it has to be specially ordered. And
Do it.
yeah, I told him that when it got
That's
warm.
ridiculous.
I told him when it got warmer, we were gonna
'Cause,
go ahead and put a metal one
Dude,
in.
the fact that you keep replacing the same parts over the last 2 years is because you keep buying cheap ass parts.
Agree. But
I spend so much fucking money on my cars.
all right, so yeah, good tip for anybody listening that don't skimp out on buying good stuff for your car because eventually it will fail.
Yeah, no. So cars, computers, and like guns are like the three main hobby categories where the amount of money you put in directly equals the value and the quality of the part you're getting.
Bro,
That's why my computer is a $4,000
I-
computer.
I seen somebody
That's why I have a fucking $1,800 exhaust out there
when we were out and you were driving. I happened to come. Actually, no, it's
that has an exhaust leak
when we
because
were at
I'm ghetto.
when we were at Grandpa's. I was scrolling through my phone when he was ranting on about Trump to you that somebody took a High Point and turned it into the M60 Magnum from Halo,
That makes sense.
and it looks dope as fuck.
That makes sense. It's
Like-
halfway there. By
like-
itself, it's halfway there.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it for you.
Please, if you
And-
can, that'd be very funny.
Yeah, I mean, but that is pretty.
I
is
love
pretty
the
fucking
idea
dope, dude.
of. I love the idea of 3D printing a fucking Halo assault rifle
So
because I will.
I got something for you, and we can actually put it up on here. I want you to go to YouTube.
I'm on you.
Okay, well, you got YouTube.
Hang
then,
on, hang on. Which one is it? This one? No, this one. There it is.
I want you to pull up.
Which one is it? Perfect. I fixed it.
So,
All right.
I
Where
want
am I
you to
going?
pull up. They did 2 guns from Halo that I'm aware of so far. First one is the battle rifle,
I think I've seen that one.
and
Who made it?
Well,
What-
wait.
What am I
There's-
searching?
So, type in real life Halo weapons.
Oh, perfect. Here we go.
Take me a while to find that. I'll have to find it later. So they made a Magnum,
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
a battle rifle,
And the assault rifle.
and did they do the assault rifle?
Yeah.
They made the fucking shotgun
Yeah, here it
that
is.
you can
Oh,
load it
dude.
from the top and shit. It is awesome, dude.
Damn, I wish they would fucking sell it.
Oh, I know. And like the only thing that I haven't seen them
Impact
make
drops,
so far, I
nice.
think, is probably either the saw, like the light machine gun, and then the I'm gonna go and say the SMG. But
The SMG would be sick.
that
They
would,
could- they
especially
probably-
being
they
like a
could probably
top loaded,
use-
like,
You could build that off a Glock platform.
well, you gotta remember it's got a top loaded magazine like a P90 does. So
That's right.
there's a gun that they could actually use on that, and it's a gun that Keltec makes.
That's right.
Yep. There's a pistol that they make with that uses a 5.7 mag.
Yeah.
So, or for a P90 magazine.
Yeah, and I remember because I was like, who the fuck would use this? Why would you use this?
It's so fucking cool though, man.
I mean, it makes sense if I guess if it's part of the contract that the P90 was made with, then because it's interchangeable.
Well,
But if it's a separate standalone pistol that somebody said we're gonna make a P90 pistol,
Well,
you're kind of retarded.
I can tell you right now, at least they are.
The P90 is a mechanical marvel. But
Oh,
it
very.
sucks.
Well,
They're so finicky.
what's the other one that they made? It's a bullpup rifle that FN makes. You know which one I'm talking about?
The British one?
No, it's not the L82. It's not that. But the
That's a piece of shit too.
it's
That
the same one
thing's
they
like
use.
12 fucking pounds.
Oh, I know.
I've held one of those things. They suck cock.
Oh, I believe it. And
When
then
when I was doing the British BLC stuff over in Europe, they loved our Colt M4s. They loved them, and they wanted so badly to trade. And I held one of their L82s for like 5 minutes. I was like, "No, give me my shit back. This sucks, dick. Take your fucking brick." And it's a rectangle of steel.
that's fair.
But no, the other bullpup made by who did you say? FN?
FN.
FN made bullpup.
It's same one they used in Splinter Cell.
You're the Splinter Cell nerd.
Like I'm trying to. That's gonna bother me if I don't. But
I'll Google it right now. The FN F2000.
F2000. That's it.
Boom. It looks just like a weird P90.
It does.
It's literally the same. It's the same chassis. It's just a bullpup, which is still a dumb design.
It's got a very interesting loading mechanism in that gun. Because did you know how that ejects shells?
Is it forward?
So it feeds it up, and then it pushes it through the front of the gun, and it ejects the shells out the front.
Yeah, forward, like
Yeah.
a tank.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tank or like a Bradley. The Bradley does the same thing. All the shells, when it ejects, technically a shell gets pushed out the front, and it's a little chute. It's like,
Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. But I've heard...
so that makes sense. That makes sense to me. It's very weird they put that on a rifle.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's
interesting.
It's like caseless ammunition.
I know a lot of people who say they had a lot of fun shooting that rifle.
Oh, I'm sure.
But
it's very hard to not have fun shooting guns. I had fun shooting a fucking High Point 9mm rifle.
Look, granted, High Point's carbines are actually pretty decent. So
hey, that bitch, let me tell you,
940 and 45s, man, they
honestly,
do pretty good.
For a standard like AR or technically carbine, because that's what it is. It's a carbine, but they've classify it as an AR.
Yeah, well, Josh has got one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's got it in a 40, and
that's not bad.
Yeah.
But for like a cheap, like just rifle, like just a cheap, like I need a gun that's has a little bit more power than my fucking pistol, but I still want to use my pistol mags. Is like, hey brother, High Point works, and their carbines are pretty fucking accurate.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Now,
and for what it is, 9mm with nearly twice the muzzle velocity, it's gonna put down most problems.
Well, I know,
especially if you got some black tip 9mm.
Fucking
you'd be
Black
like
Talons, dude.
Yeah. Or you
those.
just be like me and run FMJs in your fucking everyday carry. So
Dude,
you can...
I'd give anything to get my hands on a fucking case of Black Talon 40 caliber ammunition. I would pay top dollar for that.
Yeah. How rare is it?
Very. And they okay, so little history
Could we
lesson
order it?
for everybody. No. So they redid the rounds back in the late 90s because of racial issues, because they called the Black Talons the surgeon's nightmare, because when it expanded and it hit you,
oh, that's
it was
right.
a fucking nightmare for them to get that shit out of there. Well, the NAACP and a lot of other organizations and everything else, they said that it was racist that cops were carrying the Black Talons in their pistols and killing black people with it. Well, so
and white people,
so Winchester,
and Mexicans,
so Winchester,
the
which is
occasional Pakistani,
the company who actually made the Black Talons, took it off the market. But they did something. They went ahead and remarketed them as the Ranger XTPs, and then they redid the formula a couple years later, and they started making them the Winchester PDX ones, and that's what I carry.
Okay.
And it's actually the registered use of like what the FBI carries.
Yeah.
So, but they're controlled expansion bullets. I mean, they're fucking amazing. The ballistic records on those things are nasty.
I'd have to show you after for the hollow points I carry, but I carry just pretty sure it's just standard 2-piece hollow points.
Like mine, I
like it's the firing bit, and it's got that that I think at least one of my mags is the ones that have the copper behind it that
Mhm.
punches through the hollow point.
Well, they got like a lot of ones like Hornady and stuff like that. They made like the controlled expansion ones where it's got a plastic tip in the middle on
Sound
the
off.
end
My
of it.
bad.
You know,
Unprofessional. Yeah.
like, and that was made to be like, so if you got shot and it hit like jeans or something like that, then it punched through the jeans because that can stop a lot of the controlled expansion.
Yeah.
So, but they did that with the zombie rounds too. I mean, all they were was just the Hornady like zombies. They were the self defense ammo, but just with a green tip in it, and that's
Okay.
it. But they did the same damn thing. Ballistic records were still the same, and but yeah, black talons, dude, are nasty. Like, me and Dad went to a gun show a couple years ago, and for a box of 25 9mm black talons, this dude wanted $90 for. They stopped making them in the late
That's
90s.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, rarity is a factor. I mean, it's like you know how hard it is to find 8 millimeter 8 millimeter Mauser rounds.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it's like trying to find Tokarev rounds, dude. It's a mess.
So about almost 10 years ago, I went with my roommate at the time to go get some because he had just got his hands on a Mauser. Very rare rifle. Very nice.
Is that the one that
rifle.
you told me?
Oh, I'll get into that.
Okay.
I'll get into that. It's a felony. I'll talk about it. I was a child. Doesn't count. And parody law.
Parody law.
But no. So we drove from here, like here, basically, all the way out to North Columbus to go meet a guy in a Home Depot parking lot and look at these rounds that were still wrapped in wax paper. They were still in the original canvas, like bags with wax paper. It was $1.50 a round. That's all he wanted.
That's nuts, man.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it's just because he said, and I quote, I hand loaded half of them. I don't know which is which. And I found out which is which because I loaded a standard one on the way back because my roommate at the time he just wanted to know what it sounded like. He wanted to shoot it, and I was like, this is probably 9 o'clock at night at that point. It's dark. We're in the middle of buttfuck Ohio, just on like a freeway, just surrounded by corn and darkness. And so he goes, just pop a shot we'll pull off the highway and just pop a shot into the ground. We'll fuck it. And I was like, all right, yeah, but I'm not getting out of the car to shoot a fucking musket, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a 6-foot rifle. Those things are huge.
Yeah, they're big, dude.
They're fucking massive. It looks like I'm about to go fucking, the redcoats are coming. It's fucking.
Get your lanterns and stuff ready.
Yeah, so my bright idea at the time, me being child, goes, teenager, but child, goes, just roll the window down and I'll just pop a shot. I'll just stick the barrel out the window so we don't go deaf from the fucking blast, obviously. And then we'll just fucking drive. So we did it, and I was like, I've shot guns before. The flash isn't that big. It won't be bad. It's just like pop, and we'll go, and it'll be fine. No, this muzzle flash was the size of a beach ball, and it lit up like 20 square feet around the car, and I was like, oh fuck, and I immediately went into panic mode, and I was like, drive. And because I just shot it like into the dirt, and it blew like a massive fucking clod of dirt out. It looked like I dug a hole, like with a shovel. Just
Dude, those things are nasty.
Dude.
And they really are.
My shoulder hurt so motherfucking bad because it was an all wood stock rifle. Ain't nothing on that butt plate. It was a fucking copper butt plate. Like it was metal.
We actually got we also went to the gun show and we
kept that shell.
We were looking for rounds for, I don't know if you know about this, but Grandpa's got
And I did not know about that, and I'm going to bleep that out in the episode.
So It
Let
was
me.
it was great grandpa's.
I gotta remember
Well,
that.
He doesn't have it now. It was given to somebody. But
Okay.
I remember when we went and bought rounds for that. We paid almost $100 for 25 rounds for that because see, you can use a 45 ACP, but you got to use moon clips with them in order for them to
Oh,
line up right on the cylinder. But that's cool as fuck. The whole frame of the gun goes back when you fire it, and then break it open, and any shells you haven't fired, they still stay in there, but it ejects the rest of them.
that's so
It's
fucking
so
cool.
cool. I love it, man. It was
It's like a
probably
video game gun.
yeah, exactly. And like it's different. It's kind of like a Smith and Wesson Schofield, man.
Okay.
It's really neat. But I guess it was great grandpa. Like he brought it back from when he was in World War II.
Yeah.
But that thing is in pristine condition. Like I mean, you could basically say it almost damn near come out of the box. It looks that new still. But yeah,
Right out of the holster, the motherfucker he killed for it.
yeah, somebody's got that now. And then I ran the price on that thing a while ago, man. And I mean, people are
That's a house.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but people are asking about 2-3K for one of those things, man.
You could sell it to a collector, I'm sure.
I do got one update for you. What if I told you that you could get a semi-automatic 50 BMG for $2,000?
Semi-automatic?
Semi-automatic box fed, 5 rounds.
Fucking where?
Palmetto State Armory is making one now,
I'll buy it.
and
I'll take that. I'll accept that.
they showed it at Shot Show because Shot Show just ended.
Yeah.
But
I've been lightly perusing that because I don't want to buy any dumb shit.
yeah, they make a semi-auto 50 now.
That's
It's called
so
the
insane.
Saber Lancet 50.
I'm gonna
and-
look it up.
Here, I got you right here. Hold on.
Well, I just want to pull it up on here.
Oh, just wait. Wait till you see what it looks like. You're gonna be happy.
Lancet?
It and it's made by PSA, Palmetto State Armory.
Let's see what pulls up.
All right, pull up images.
Oh, here's YouTube.
Like I said, this was just at Shot Show the other day.
Yeah, this is the Shot Show
Mhm.
thing.
Hanging out with just
Let me scroll.
this thing is a beast.
Oh,
Just wait.
Kind of hard to get in there, but
So
yeah.
does this exist?
So it's a
ooh,
concept.
that bipod
We
looks
need people to
crazy.
vote on it, but I would say by
This
far
thing
and
is
away, the
bad
best
as fuck,
comment we
dude.
get on
But
anything we
look
do
what it looks like.
is
It's
please
so
make it
short.
50. I don't know if they're making
looks like
memes
a-
or they actually
a
want us to
Barrett
do it,
50.
so here it
It
is.
does.
This
It's
is
so
what it looks like.
small.
We
It
made
is,
50.
and
We want
like
the people to
How much
vote
does
and let
that
us
thing
know.
weigh?
So what this
I'm
is
sorry.
in there, they were nice enough
That's
to loan us
crazy.
one.
That doesn't look
Yeah,
anything like
semi-auto, short
that.
stroke.
Did one of them
What
pick it
more could you
up?
want?
Please.
That thing is insane. And
Oh, yeah.
the fact that you
One of you
decided to
faggots,
make
pick it up.
I don't know if they've got it in.
What
a,
do you
in a
mean?
Case,
It's in a
but-
case. You fucking
yeah.
nerds.
But look at that drum mag. You see that drum mag they got?
Yeah,
on it?
the drum mag is
like-
insane.
like-
First of all, who? Look at that. Just
like the focus.
hang on. Let me go back. Where's that fucking? God, that's insane. Get a good picture of it.
Yeah,
So they actually want us to do
it looks just.
What the fuck,
It looks just like a Barrett 50, man.
bro?
And
Brother, I
See,
could
look.
put.
right there.
Yeah, I know what a Barrett 50
I
looks
know
like.
that's
That's it.
That's it.
What?
Yeah, looks like a Barrett M107,
It
don't it?
literally looks like the Barrett 107 I've shot.
And I mean, and there's what it looks like in the standard color.
I'm buying one.
$2,000.
$2,000?
$2,000 is where they said they want to start at with it. It'd
I
be
got some live 50 back there, like real shit.
like
I'll buy one.
That will literally be the cheapest semi-auto 50 on the
Yeah,
market.
because the next one I've seen is 4,
Well-
and that's for bare bones.
And well, the two cheapest options that you can get right now, I think Bushmaster makes the XM50. I think
Yes.
is what it's called.
yeah,
And I could be
if
wrong.
you go to an expensive gun store, it's like $5.5 grand.
yeah,
for that.
well, that one's a bolt action magazine fed, and it
I
like
thought it was semi.
nope,
It's not. That's
it's a
insane.
bolt action mag fed.
I
And
almost, honestly, man. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna buy a semi-auto 50. I was gonna say I almost want I almost want a bolt action 50 just because I don't have any bolt action rifles.
Well, the next
but-
thing you could do is what I told you about before. You can buy the conversion kit that they sell where you can use the lower of an AR-15 and you literally just snap it in and it's a single shot 50.
Yeah.
And
Which for my AR that I've got back there would be crazy.
that's what I mean. Like, you could just take it on the fly with you. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, gotta hit something, half a fucking mile away, we'll swap it out to the 50.
Or I just
We're on
want
the
to put a
spot.
hole in this concrete wall real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Hang on, I want a window in this building I'm in.
It is crazy, man. The only thing that I seen that was more crazy than that is Kel-Tec's new handgun.
Ooh, they got a new handgun?
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I haven't been watching this stuff. I said that.
Oh, I gotta see your reaction on this. It's a 5.7, by the way.
Fucking course it is. Why do people like that shit? The PR-57?
Yes, that's it right there.
Hey guys,
Wait till
we're at
you see
NRA
how it
headquarters
operates.
Taking a quick look at some of the new guns.
All
that
right,
are
I see
out
nothing
for
crazy
2025.
yet. It looks cool. I like the ridges
And
on
I
it.
have
Look,
right here a really
the handgun.
unique.
Oh, no, that's not even the
handgun
best
from
part.
Kel-Tec.
fuck
Now
is
that
that?
might not surprise some of you because
Excuse
Kel-Tec
me.
really unique.
So it's got a rotating barrel in it.
I have right here a really unique.
Got a
What the
rotating, yeah,
fuck?
it's got a
handgun
rotating barrel.
from Kel-Tec. Now that might not surprise.
But
some
the
of you
crazy
because
part,
Kel-Tec is
go
pretty well
forward
known for
on the
coming up
video.
with some
And find when he's reloading it.
So
Here?
in order to load this gun,
I think so.
you
Just
lock the
watch.
gun
All right,
back.
slide.
It's got a slide stop lever right there on the left side. And then you've got this nice little cutout here in the ejection port. And down there you
Okay.
can see the
Just
follower
wait.
for that internal box magazine.
If-
so what
Why
you
is
do
the
Okay,
slide
watch,
so
just-
round?
No, hold on. Watch what he
handy
does.
dandy little stripper
Is that a
clip
stripper
loader
clip?
loaded with 5.7
Is that a
20
fucking stripper clip?
It
millimeter
is.
Cartridges. This holds 10.
Oh my god.
That's how you reload that gun.
Lock that into your ejection port right
Oh
there,
my
and you
god.
set
It's
follower
California compliant.
Yep.
all 10 rounds into
See?
Oh my
the
god.
magazine.
A
And then you're
stripper
ready to go.
clip
So
reloaded
that
5.7
is
pistol.
how
I
the
never thought I would ever say
PR-57
those
is
words in the
loaded.
same sentence.
Now, that
the
may not
fuck
seem
have
like
we-
a particularly
what have we
quick
become
process, and it's
as a
not.
nation?
It's kind of fucking
Process.
cool,
I
actually.
don't know how to feel about that.
into the gun. But there's a
God, the
reason
reload
And
time.
you know what the crazy
So
part is?
the reason
They
for this is
market
George
that
Kelly
pistol
wanted a gun that could be
as a
built
fucking
as
CCW
affordably as
EDC.
possible,
How the
still
fuck do you-
providing plenty of power. So their
How do you
idea
do
was that
remedial
if you've
action?
got 20
know.
rounds
I
on
just-
board
How?
inside
What
this
happens if it jams?
magazine,
How do you
that
drop the mag?
I don't know.
What if you get a stovepipe?
But I seen that. That was at SHOT Show too, and that's how I found out about it when I watched everything.
What
But
is
I was
this?
Like, what?
And this gun, you don't have to worry about.
You made a modern Luger that sucks
You don't
cock.
have to worry about a box magazine.
Well,
You don't have to
Kel-Tec
worry
makes
about any
like
of that.
3 different 5.7 pistols now, and like they make the one that takes the P90
And it
mag.
is
They take
hammer
another
fight
one that's
because
actually
the
mag fed,
internal
and then now
hammer,
they
you
make
can
one with a
well-
stripper
you
clip.
can actually see it
How do you-
through that little slot back there,
How do you know if the
but
mag's
it is
empty?
not an external hammer in the traditional sense.
Oh,
If you
it-
can't
Other
drop it,
weird
it locks
things that's
still.
really kinda
Yeah, I
cool
see
to
that.
look
What
at
if it
is
malfunctions
this
and it
actually
just
locks
locks?
up.
And
It's
you
a rotary
just think
lock
you're out of
button
ammo, so
on
you
the
try to
front of the
ram a
barrel,
stripper
and it
clip down
locks
in there and you
up
just
there, and that
fuck up your
reduces some of
double
the-
jam.
the
your double
length
feed
required
in a
inside,
fucking
so it's
top.
still pretty
Oh my
compact
god, it's a
for,
rotating
you know,
barrel.
having a
Yep.
decent length
What the
barrel there.
fuck?
I
And
told you,
you've got
it's
your guide
interesting,
rods in the
dude.
front, you've got a single slot
You gotta
entry
give them
rail, again,
credit
your,
for Kel-Tec
Dude, the
being-
ingenuity.
You know what?
texturing
At least
there,
Kel-Tec
locks in
and
pretty
Palmetto
nicely.
State Armory
It's pretty decent
are about the
trigger on this
only
long.
2 like
It's a
companies that I've
double-action
seen like
kind
over the
of,
past like several years
That are doing
that are trying to
anything
do
new.
new shit.
They're the only
And,
people
like,
doing new shit.
If you
Palmetto
want
State made a
the
fucking new MP7.
There was
gun
one other
for
thing
the
that I seen
masses,
for
this
SHOT
is
Show,
George Kelton's
and
idea of
it's
what it
Barrett's
looks like.
new
So
fucking
for more
grenade launcher.
details on the new Kel-Tec PR-57,
Barrett,
Oh no, I did see this. I
Barrett
did see that
is
one.
they're-
Because I straight up was like,
Guns and
I
gear.
can afford
Stay
that.
tuned to
well,
NRA
the thing is, like, it can shoot like 5 or 6 different fucking rounds.
It's
But
nuts,
I think it's
dude.
a 25 millimeter, I think is what it is. Because they said that they said that they took the barrel out of a fucking warthog and built the gun around that barrel, basically. And I can't remember what company they're doing in like conjunction with, but it's nuts. But I don't like the way it looks though. It looks like something right out of Helldivers.
Dude,
almost.
I want it.
Like,
Dude, I straight up want this. Like, no joke.
look at that.
No joke. You have no idea how quickly I would buy this.
But isn't that?
Look at it. It looks like something not out of Helldivers. It looks like something that a Chaos Marine would use. It looks like
Oh yeah.
it looks like a fucking
You know what?
Space Marine
That's
bolter.
What, you know what? Now that I think about it, somebody did post a comment on a video.
It's
when
a
I had
fucking
seen
Space
that, they did
Marine
say
gun.
That. It was like, yeah, what? We're getting the Space Marines now.
I
Like,
fucking want one because I watched the whole video of like how it's supposed to be used tactically and stuff. Dude, they have a bunker buster round.
that's cool.
They have a round that is designed to shoot through cover, like through a ditch that, or like through a dirt like barricade. That's nuts.
Well, yeah, they took the
This
barrel
thing,
out of
I
an
want one.
A10 and built the gun around that.
I want one so bad. Just imagine pulling that out of your car.
I mean, I gotta get them credit. At
Dude,
least
I
for
love how
trying
it's pre-angled too. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just I want to use it as a direct fire weapon.
crazy thing is that they said that the recoil on it is like a 5.56.
Yeah, it's non-existent.
Yeah, it's like non-existent.
Dude, you
And-
can I could fucking rapid fire that standing. That's nuts.
There's one gun that
Look at this dude's face. He's like, I'm stealing this.
yeah.
I'm gonna fuck this.
There's one gun that I really wish that they would bring out of the prototype phase, and it's been so long that I don't think it'll ever happen. The company Chris,
Yeah.
that makes the Vector,
Yeah.
and they did a prototype for a handgun years ago called the Chris Card, and it used all the same internal functions that the Chris Vector uses.
Oh yeah.
But it was I believe it was chambered in 45 ACP. Their
That'd be nutty.
prototype. Well, actually,
No, the Vector's chambered in 45.
yeah, it is. But the Chris Card pistol that they did, it's actually been in a couple video games. The Division is one of them.
Yeah.
And the other one was Black Ops 2. It was called the Cap 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 40's a fun gun.
Yep. So I just I really wish they would bring that. It's a boxy looking pistol, but it looks like it would be really reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks fun. This thing just looks like I could do some stuff with that. Maybe get some tax codes changed. Look
It's
at that. Look at those. Look at all
That's
that.
fucking awesome.
I want that motherfucker right there. That looks like a fucking Looney Tunes gun. That looks like something that looks like a bullet that was shot at Roger in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That is. But yeah, they showed some pretty crazy stuff at SHOT Show this year, man. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah.
So
Pretty sick.
yeah.
I love that this happens every year and it's like a minor economy. It's just like, look at all of our fucking cool weapons.
Yeah, look at all the
because-
guns you're not gonna be able to afford to buy. Like
Not even that. Look at all the guns that you're not going to be legally allowed to own.
that too. And like, we'll never get our hand like one of the weapons they actually made a civilian variant of recently that I would love to be able to get my hands on is Blackwater's AA-12.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made the semi-auto version of it for the civilians. Oh man, that thing is oh my god, man, that thing is nasty. Especially when they designed it to fire 12 gauge frag rounds at a distance. Like slap a 25 round drum on it, call it a day.
Dual Sabo.
Yeah.
Dual Sabo rounds, 25 round drum.
Oh man,
Just punching through everything.
I just I'm telling you, I would love to be able to go find somewhere where I can shoot one. If you go to Las Vegas, you can actually go to their indoor range there, and they've got all those different weapons you can shoot.
Yeah, what's
So,
weird is like all the celebrities that live in California, like a lot of them own those fucking demolition ranch style things.
yeah. Oh, did you hear about that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
mean it makes
selling the
sense.
ranch and everything,
It
man.
makes sense. I mean,
Well,
now he's made a shit ton of money off of it. Now he's gonna take care of his family.
oh yeah, understandable.
Respectable.
Got to respect him, man, for sure.
Yeah, that's like the best. It's like that. It's like the people that made somebody that I used to know.
Mhm.
They got their money, and then they fucking dipped.
Yep.
They're like, all right, we're not gonna make shit,
I mean,
and they might have 5 albums. I don't know about it because they had none
Well-
that made the top 40s.
I think that a big part
hate
of
to
it
see it.
is too is that his viewer base isn't as large as it used to be, and so
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's gun tubers are now huge.
dime a dozen.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, and there's gun bunnies, and where there's gun bunnies, there's gun tubers, and where there's gun tubers and gun bunnies, there's controversy, and the internet likes that. Demolition Ranch doesn't have any of
I
that.
was gonna say there is a couple of gun bunnies that I was like, okay, I can get behind that.
I mean, they're all psyops.
True.
They're all designed.
What's that one psyop that everybody talks about? What's her name? Is Luhan, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley
Mhm.
Lujan,
Yeah.
Lujan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like she admits it. She's paid by psychological operations to promote the military.
But I know.
And she gets railed by all the gun tubers
Mhm.
because I mean she's hot.
Well, I know there's one gun tuber that I actually liked watching, and she does a lot of like video game streaming too. But you'll know who she is. Her name's Zedra.
Yeah, she was one of the main Modern Warfare 2019 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had a crush on her since
Oh
before
yeah,
then.
for sure, dude. Yeah, like, but yeah, I mean, I thought it was really cool when come to find out she was like, big into video games and stuff like that and everything, and then at the
She's
same
pretty
time,
good at COD too. which
yeah,
makes
she
sense.
is.
That's
She's
why
really good.
It makes sense why like she worked with the game.
It's a shame that they didn't let her come back and reprise her role in like Modern Warfare 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and all of it was political bullshit.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean that's all it was.
It's all anybody cares about, man. Especially, well, not anymore, but like for the last like 10 years, we've just been getting slammed with like political correctness and stuff and like all this bullshit. And it's like that, like this, I'm glad that like the dam is finally getting like some relief because it was going to break soon.
Mhm.
Like all this, like Trump getting rid of like the DEI stuff, like
Mhm.
it's good because not because like fuck people that have pronouns and whatnot. It's good because like the people that don't fuck with that stuff and really don't care about it and hate that it's flashed in their face constantly, they wouldn't care if it wasn't
Well,
a bright neon sign saying "fucking look at me."
one of the issues, like
I'll finish my thought when he's done.
I was gonna say is like that law that he just passed, like where people transgender and stuff like that can be in the military, and
I disagree
And-
with that,
I disagree with it too, and
but I understand where he's coming from.
but I had somebody make a point to me the other day, and it kind of made sense. And look, I'm all for you do you. Like as long as you don't like push it on to me or
Yeah.
anybody else
That's
forcefully.
that's
then-
literally most people.
Yeah.
Our generation. That's most.
And
of
it's like
us.
I don't give a fuck what you do in your own time. Like if you feel that way, you feel like you're if you're a guy and you feel like you're a woman in the body of a guy, do whatever the fuck you want.
Dude.
And
Dude.
but my thing is that somebody made a point to me the other day that
Yeah.
if you went and said these kinds of things back in like the 90s when we were growing up, they would classify you as somebody with a mental illness. They would.
So here, yeah, obviously. And here's the thing: it is classified as a mental illness, but it's classified quietly as a mental illness. It's classified as a mental illness, but it's like, but it's not really. It's just you. But it's a mental illness. Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. It is something wrong with the wiring in your brain that makes you not normal.
Mhm.
And not that normal's bad. Normal default settings are you have penis, you put penis in vagina. You have vagina, vagina unfortunately accepts penis. Sorry, I'm not God.
But
Sex, frankly, can be inconvenient sometimes. It'd be nice if I could just be like, boop, now
That's
we have
a-
a kid.
I mean, that's a whole messy subject, and there's no black and white in that
No,
area.
obviously,
Like,
no.
it's obviously black, white, gray, green, brown. It don't matter. I mean,
No, but
there's
for to bring it back to the transgender thing, it does. I disagree with him not allowing them in the troops. I understand that he should have barred them from combat roles or deploying roles,
kind of like how it was before with
how it
women.
was
Yeah.
before with women. And here's why: because I have male friends who were on TRT that were deployed with me to Syria, and like met this one dude. Like, so our lieutenant colonel was on TRT as well, but he got it because he wants to be a high speed fucking 60-year-old man that can fucking Zercher press 110 pounds for whatever fucking reason. But so I know people that were like needed SSRIs and like stuff while we were in Syria. We were in a combat zone. We were on an FOB. We got weekly log packs of like bullshit, like food and shit. Like, it's hard to get drugs. It was hard to get fucking melatonin out there.
I believe it.
So like this, like, it really fucked up one of our dudes because he wasn't able to get his shit. So his hormones were all over the fucking place. That's what SSRIs do, is they regulate hormones.
Yeah.
They just regulate them in a certain direction depending on what you're taking.
It just, my big thing is like, if you want to do that, the only thing that I don't think anybody can change my mind on is the fact that if you want to do that to yourself, that's fine. And
yeah, it's your body. I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely, you do whatever the fuck you
my
want.
ears
You
are
do
gauged.
whatever makes you happy. You go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not affecting others. But I do feel like that any type of government assistance or any type of, like, state assistance or anything, they should not back that, because it is considered to be an elective at that point.
Yeah.
Because my thing is,
That's extra.
look,
If you want to get titties and shit, like, that costs extra.
like,
And
I can
that extra should not be my tax.
I could understand if a woman.
That's how I look at it.
I could understand if a woman went in and said, "Hey, I feel like I need a breast reduction. It's causing a lot of back issues. Blah blah blah, all that."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the benefit of their health.
Yeah,
get
I
it.
literally know women
And-
that have done this.
Yeah, same here. But my thing is, if you go and, like, let's say you're getting state assistance and you're saying, "Hey, I want to go get hormones and
I want to get my titties and my ass done.
but I want the state to pay for it." That's not okay.
Yeah,
And
which is why I don't like that the military used to do that. I think, though, I mean, so the military did it the right way, at least, where they made you go through like a series of medical and psychological evaluation trials
Mhm.
before they approved the surgery. But like, I still disagree that like that's the military's budget. Like, come on, just because you want titties, because the military also will pay for your wife to get bigger tits.
But yet, if you
Free
want
of
a penis
charge.
enlargement, they won't pay for it.
They fucking won't.
Yep.
They might. I actually think they might.
I highly doubt that they probably do.
No, they probably don't. Unless your like dick gets blown off in Afghanistan again.
Dad's insurance denied him a new leg because they said it wasn't necessary to living life.
Accurate.
And which they basically told him, "No, we're not going to give you a prosthetic leg because
You don't need the walk,
you don't
faggot.
need it." And
You don't need the walk, you old fuck.
but yet people can get shit like that covered. You know what I mean?
And then
It's
there's
fucked.
there's people like certain people we know down in Drexel that get state assistance and just sit on their ass and do drugs all day.
Yep.
And that's like
absolutely-
80% of fucking Drexel.
It's a fucking shame. Now, I can understand, like, I think that if, like, a person who goes into drug rehab, yeah, you made that decision, but it's going to improve your quality of life as long as you stick with that, and then, you're bettering it to better your health, then I think that in some way, shape, or form, you should try to repay that debt to society since they paid for it. Because there's a lot of fucking, like, drug rehabs and stuff that will not accept privatized insurance. They will only accept, say, the state insurance or cash.
Huh.
So,
Hopefully RFK changes that. He's got a lot of big ideas for fucking drug rehab. Have
Yeah.
you heard any of those?
I really feel like one of the biggest drug...
Because he used to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
That's why he's the best person to
Well,
be in charge of the health right now.
I'll tell you right now that one of the most effective ways to do drug rehab is rapid detox.
Yeah.
And it has been reliable for very many years, and no insurance will cover it. I mean, they're starting to become like a little bit better with it. I mean, doing ketamine treatment, obviously ketamine treatment wasn't available back in the day, and
Not legally. Now you can
Yeah.
go. Now I can fucking drive 15 minutes and I'm gonna get ketamine stuck in my arm, and
Yep.
all I got to do is show my ID.
exactly. And
That's
I've
crazy.
heard some good, success rates with it. But rapid detox is
Oh yeah, ketamine fixes like stroke stuff. It
Mhm.
fixes like it helps with like cerebral palsy
Well,
victims,
you-
Parkinson's.
I mean, you know what rapid detox is, right?
Yeah.
So they put you under.
Yeah.
And then they give you a cocktail of drugs to push everything out of your system and clean you out, like a hard reset.
Yeah, which is honestly, I think I could probably just do that here in my house with like the right shit
Well,
from Kroger.
The one thing that does make it dangerous is the fact that they specifically say that if you go back to using any kind of drugs or anything like that, even a little bit,
It'll fuck you up.
no, it'll kill you. It'll kill you because your body goes back to normal settings basically. And if you go and take a 10 milligram Percocet, it's gonna fucking kill you. You're gonna OD because your body's not used to that.
Huh.
That's the way that rapid detox. I'm just giving an example. I don't know if a 10 milligram Percocet. would do
Yeah, I
that.
was
don't-
gonna say
don't know.
I feel like that's a lie because I feel like
but they,
after rapid detox they give
but-
you medicine.
yeah, they do. But
like
but
you get morphine. and
they
shit.
specifically tell you that you cannot go back to using drugs because if
Oh,
you
yeah,
do,
'cause
you're gonna die.
Yeah,
And-
because here's the thing about like people that go back to using drugs, they don't go back to using a little bit.
No,
No,
And-
it's like me when I went back to smoking pot. I didn't start by smoking just a little bit of pot. I was like, I'm gonna take a bong rip and then we're gonna go from there.
it just
And take like a little one hitter.
a lot of people are like, oh well, that's dangerous. I mean, that's a dangerous side effect to that treatment. If you ask me, it's a good thing because it prevents people
It is
from
literally
going to do that.
It is the ultimate deterrent.
Yes.
It's the ultimate deterrent,
Like-
and it's the easiest way to get clean. Is go if you go do drugs, you will die again.
Like I'm gonna tell you
or
right
right
now,
now.
methadone can be a great way for drug rehab if it's utilized properly. But 90% of the methadone clinics actually don't want you to come off of it
No,
because they're getting paid by the state.
yeah, we need-
100%.
Yeah,
It's guaranteed payment.
yeah.
And then-
But it's only guaranteed payment if they have patience.
Well, they're only supposed to do it 1 to 2 years max and then taper you down and then get you out of there to live a normal life.
How long were you?
Same thing with I was 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
Fucking
but then I decided to go ahead and take shit in my own hands and cold turkey it. And it
Yeah.
was by far the hardest shit I've ever had to do. Like, it was the
Yeah,
most miserable
but-
shit ever.
And you never
But-
should have had to go through that if it wasn't for the fact that the people that lobby, especially in our state government, because Ohio has a huge opioid problem,
Mhm.
and it's because of the methadone clinic.
That the Suboxone, I don't think is a good treatment because a lot of people can abuse that very
Oh
easily.
yeah, and there's
And they
dude,
do.
we drove past like 7 of those little yard signs.
oh yeah,
for
they put them out
Suboxone.
everywhere to
Dude,
intersections and
it's
everything.
nuts. They're advertising Suboxone like it's a fucking yard sale.
Yeah, Suboxone, Subutex, methadone, and Vivitrol is another one.
Vivitrol's fucking bad.
Vivitrol can be used very well if it's done right, but
That's a big if.
But the thing is, Vivitrol, I will say, works better than Suboxone or methadone at least, because you go get if it's been a long time since somebody talked to me about it, but if I remember right, it's like you go once a month or once every 2 months, and then they give you a shot. And basically, if you go to try to use something, it automatically puts your body into withdrawal. It's like you get sick. Like, it deters you from using. Or at least
I feel like that's a monthly thing then.
Yeah.
But dude, I'd prefer that to methadone.
I tell you right now, I tried the Suboxone treatment about 7 years ago.
These people
And
need shot collars.
actually,
That's what they need.
No, wait. It was about 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago, I tried Suboxone treatment, and it was miserable, man. They
Oh, sure.
no, this is what they did to me. I went to a doctor. It was a private doctor that did that treatment only, and it wasn't in a clinic or anything like that. It was a physician's office, and this is what he did to me. He said, "Here's what I want you to do." He said, "You can't use anything for 2 to 3 days, and on top of that, I want you to go get this script of Suboxone filled, and you are not allowed to touch it until you come back." It was fucked.
What?
Like, so I had to go through withdrawals for 2 3 days, and that's when I was at the first round of the methadone clinic. I was just coming out of that. Yeah, 2 to 3 days, because the thing with Suboxone is you have to be in active withdrawals in order to use it. So your body has to be completely clear, because if you take Suboxone, it'll give you violent withdrawals because it's got naloxone in it. So he did that. He's like, "Go get this filled." And he said, "And if you don't get it filled," he said, "I will find out." And he said, "I'm not going to treat you." So he basically said,
Okay.
"Okay, you're going to go through withdrawals for 2 3 days while you have a bottle of this sitting in front of you and you can't touch it. And if I find out that you didn't get it filled, I'm not gonna treat you as a patient." It was fucked.
Pavlov.
Yeah, it was a fucked up way of doing it, dude.
Yeah,
and like,
that's psychological.
but
But I mean, I kind of understand.
Suboxone made me very sick though, and even when I followed his directions like he wanted me to, and like it made me violently sick, man. I mean, I couldn't. It did not work for me because like when I was going through treatment, I didn't do any of that. I had clean drug tests the entire time I was ever there.
Yeah, I know.
But
I was with you for
Yeah.
like the last 2 years of that,
and then
like every day almost.
when I went through that last time in the methadone clinic, it was probably the best that I ever felt when it cleared out of my system. Like after I cold turkeyed it, it was probably the best I think I've ever felt in probably about 15 years. And I'm still happy that I did it to this
And the
day.
methadone withdrawals are nutty, but if you can get through them,
Yeah,
like that's
dude.
the thing is like if you can get through them, that's like the final frontier right there. Like because you've never really wanted to go back.
No, I don't ever want to ever go back to that. And I mean, because watching other people be fucked up on drugs, knowing that you're clean off it and you watch them do it,
And
It
you
just-
used to be that.
and I used to be like that. I'm embarrassed
Yeah.
to say that I was like that, man. It was terrible.
Because at one, like the stuff that we're going through behind the scenes right now, like at
Mhm.
one point, like the person causing like all these problems 10 years ago, that was you.
Yeah, it was. And like I'm so happy I'm not like that anymore,
Yeah.
man. Jesus. And I'm glad that I made a better decision for my life on
There's
that.
there's a dude called Mike Rainey, who wrote a book called On Perks, and it talks about you should look it up On Perks. It's on Amazon, I think, it's cheap as shit. So he wrote because he went through like I think like 10 years of rampant coke and perk abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And then long story short, like he got thrown in rehab while his wife was pregnant, and like he had just gone through like a crazy like 2 week long bender. Like he got thrown into rehab like physically, and like but he wrote a book about it after he got clean, and like he's mildly successful now. He does a podcast called Dad Meat. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to look at it. I got it pulled up on my phone. I'm gonna have to look into that. But I like to see
Mike
any
Rainey,
type
he's a
of,
fantastic guy.
I like to see any type of like success story, like people do that like that. They wanted me to become a speaker after I left that methadone clinic. They wanted me to come down there and talk to groups and talk to people and encourage them. But
He'd be like, no, I'm not gay.
and like, well, no, I didn't mind doing it, but it's like at the same time, I didn't want to go back to that place because it was like it's
It's
too much
bad,
of a trigger.
bad vibes.
It is. It's too much of a trigger, and I'm like, I understand. I'm trying to help people, but why do I want to?
No,
Why do I wanna
if
go
you
back
want to
down
talk
there?
about stuff like that, like we can do it on this.
Yeah.
Like you can like talk about your experiences, or honestly, we could probably get you to write a book. I got some crayons. Like
Yeah. I know a couple people we give them to, they'll probably want to eat them.
Yeah. The fucking cops around here, definitely. Half of them are Marines.
Well, I know this
Yeah.
is kind of a random podcast that we've done today. Like,
Nah,
we
it's
weren't-
guns, depression, in America.
that's fair.
It's the American podcast.
Well, I
We're,
know.
we're a punk rock podcast here. The only thing I'm gonna edit on this is the thing you talked about, the thing you said, where I said I'm gonna fucking edit that out just for safety's sake.
That's fair. But
Nobody needs to know that shit.
well, yeah, but like I said, it's gone. So it's like
Yeah,
they
well,
want
it's not
it.
gone, but like it's present. It's just not there.
Oh, it's not even anywhere near there now. So it's long gone.
Good.
But the yeah, I just
Lost Paladin plays.
yeah, Lost Paladin plays. Pick him up on YouTube. Does a lot of guides and live streaming and stuff like that. Steven's a great guy. Go check him out.
Yeah, Scarecrow Games. I've got some stuff recorded. I gotta edit it. I'm doing some long form Fallout modded like playthrough stuff. No commentary, anything. Because for me, I put a lot of stuff on in the background when I'm doing other shit like playing games. So I think that this is for that small group of people that like background noise, and it's just gonna be me playing through a modded Fallout
Well,
game,
I
and I'll make it funny.
I did start recording.
Yeah.
I did start finally recording playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Did you get us the other night?
I did not record that one, but I had planned on
Okay.
doing it tonight though.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want, I can record. Just tell me when you're recording, and I can pull this up and start recording my screen. Like
Okay,
it's easy
cool.
as shit for me.
the only thing I need to do is like even though I'm recording on the PlayStation 5, like I need to get my Twitch straightened out.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, I got that hard drive for you too.
Works too. I can do that.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah. Plug
check-
yourself.
Oh yeah, game challenges on YouTube, and then like I said, I'm gonna start uploading here probably within the next couple days. So.
Yeah. Once this goes up, probably maybe tomorrow after I get done fixing my mom's car, I'll edit this and throw it up.
All right,
So
cool.
Saturday, but
Well, we will see you guys later on. We will have a new episode next week.
yeah, well, fucking hell or high water, we'll record.
Yeah,
Even though the last 2 weeks it's been a frozen shit show.
absolutely.
Deuces.
So you.